Hi friends, welcome to second lecture on Class 10 Geography, Chapter 7, Lifelines of National Economy. In this video, we shall continue with means of transport and discuss more about waterways and airways. So let's begin. Waterways. Since the ancient period, India was one of the seafaring countries. This means that most of the travelers used sea route to travel to other countries from India. This has helped in spreading Indian commerce and culture. Advantages of waterways. So waterways have many advantages, such as they are the cheapest means of transport, they are suitable for carrying heavy or bulky goods, they are fuel efficient, and they are environmentally friendly. Now let's discuss the types of waterways in our country India. These are inland waterways and overseas waterways. The inland waterway length of a country is 14,500 kilometers, while the coastline length over which various ports are built for overseas waterway transport is 7,516 kilometers. Inland waterways are further divided into two types: national waterways and other waterways. Let's discuss more about them. So few waterways have been classified as the national waterways by our government. These are National Waterway 1 on the river Ganga between Allahabad and Haldi, the National Waterway 2 on river Brahmaputra between Sadia and Dhubri, the National Waterway 3, the West Coast Canal in Kerala, National Waterway 4, the specified stretches of Godavari and Krishna rivers along with Kakinada and Puducherry canals, and National Waterway 5 are the stretches of river Brahmani, delta channels of Mahanadi and Brahmani rivers, and the East Coast Canal. Apart from these national waterways, there are many other waterways on which substantial transport also takes place. These are the Mandavi, Juhari and Kumbarjua, Sundarbans, Barak, and the backwaters of Kerala. Now let's discuss about our overseas waterways. They connect India with other countries. Foreign trade is carried from the ports located along the coast. So overseas waterways are connected using the ports. Let's discuss more about the ports in India. So seaports are further classified into major and non-major seaports. There are 12 major seaports and 200 notified non-major seaports. The 12 major ports handle 95% of India's foreign trade. So let's discuss which are these 12 ports. So we shall discuss them from west to east. So we shall go from the west coast to the east coast. So on the west coast, the first port is Kandla in Kutch, Gujarat. This is a tidal port. It caters to handling of exports and imports of goods from Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Gujarat. It was developed soon after independence to ease the volume of trade on the Mumbai Port. Now as we move south, we have the Mumbai Port. Obviously it is in Maharashtra. It is the biggest port of our country and it has a spacious, well-sheltered natural harbour. Now in Mumbai itself, we have another port. This is the Jawaharlal Nehru Port and it was planned to decongest the Mumbai Port. Moving further south, we have the new Mangalore Port in Karnataka. It caters to the export of iron ore from the Kundremukh mines. Fifth, Mormugao Port in Goa. This is the main iron ore exporting port of India and it accounts for 50% of total iron ore export from India. Now on the extreme southwestern port is the Kochi Port in Kerala. It is located at the entrance of a lagoon and it has a natural harbour. So this was all about the ports on the western coast, and now let's discuss the ports on the eastern coast. So the first in the extreme south is the Tuticorin Port in Tamil Nadu. It has a natural harbour and it handles a large variety of cargo to and from Sri Lanka, Maldives and the coastal regions of India. Now, in Chennai, we have another port known as the Chennai Port. This is oldest artificial port of India. So most of the ports which I discussed earlier, they were natural ports with natural harbour. But this port is an artificial port and it is one of the oldest artificial ports. It is ranked next to Mumbai in terms of volume of trade and cargo. So it is the second largest port of India. Ninth, Visakhapatnam Port in Andhra Pradesh. This is the deepest, landlocked and well protected port. Landlocked means surrounded by land on all sides. And as this port is landlocked, that's why it is very well protected. Originally, it was for iron ore exports. On moving further north on the eastern coast of India, we have the Paradip Port in Odisha. It is specialized in iron ore exports. 11th, Kolkata Port in West Bengal. This is an inland riverine port. It is a tidal port. It serves a very large and rich hinterland of the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin. Now this port used to have a lot of traffic. So the Haldia Port was developed as a subsidiary port to relieve pressure on the Kolkata Port. And Haldia Port is also on the West Bengal coast. Thus, we have discussed all the 12 ports, 6 on the western coast and 6 on the eastern coast. Now, let's discuss the third means of transport, which is airways. Advantages of airways. Airways are the fastest means of transport. They are the most comfortable and can cover very difficult terrains like mountains, forests, deserts, oceans, etc. So they are more accessible, more comfortable and fastest means. In India, air transport was nationalized in 1953 with the launch of Air India. Air India provides domestic and international air services. Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited provides helicopter services to oil and gas corporations, inaccessible areas and difficult terrains in Northeast, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So these two organizations, that are Air India and Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited, are responsible for the nationalizing and more accessibility of air transport in India. Disadvantages of airways. So airways also have many disadvantages such as air travel is expensive, and as airports are not present everywhere, so air travel is not in the reach of common people everywhere. So this was all for today. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.